Greg Pitt, a successful YouTuber dwelling in the fitness niche, would be crushed by a high-speeding train in an attempt to go viral. At the time of his passing, he had secured over 100,000 subscribers on YouTube and would be seen on red carpets once in a while. Since 2009, Greg Pitt uploaded over 120 videos to his channel. Aiming to motivate young men to want better for themselves, he became a role model to a dedicated fanbase.
A little bit of vision, mentality, belief, confidence in yourself.
Showing fitness techniques and immaculate poses, he would inspire hundreds of men to better themselves. Having been in the military in the past, Greg gained the trust of the audience who thought he did what he talked about, as evident from his multiple skydiving videos. Sadly, in 2015, at only 37 years of age, his life would cease to exist after getting hit by a fast-moving commuter train.
I don't think he was reckless or anything, and anything he was doing. I just think it was that moment, it was a mistake. You know, it was a momentary mistake.
Just a trip.
He tripped.
Yes, the train conductor did see him. He sounded his horn and hit the brakes on the train, but he was unable to stop in time, and Mr. Plitt did not seem to react to the horn.
Here's a good example. Here comes an Amtrak train behind you. Now this train is going to go speeding by rather quietly. It blows its horn because he sees people here. But in many times, as that train arrived, you didn't hear it coming, did you?
I didn't hear it at all.
According to bystanders, he was recording videos for his audience with other two videographers when hell broke loose.
He had on all black, the train went by, I saw him stumbled over the tracks. He had a camcorder in his hand, something like yours, and then that was it, the train stopped.
And you didn't see, you just saw him walking across the track?
Well, I saw him stumble over the tracks as the train was going by, and then it stopped right there.
Following his normal routine, he would perform fitness stunts such as running on the tracks and quickly swerving right before impact with the oncoming train. Several witnesses confirmed that while making an escape, he tripped on the tracks right before getting crushed by the train. Greg would forever have a place in the fitness industry and will be remembered as one of the most daring people to grace the planet. Also ended by a train is James Staub, also known as the Train Hooper.
Greetings, viewers. Staub Cold, Steve Austin here. Staub the Hobo, whatever. So the next trip is about to get started.
He would travel across the country by hopping from one train to another and documenting his entire journey on video. His funny commentary on the most basic things coupled with his humor captivated his fans throughout his journey. In the frequent stops between train hops, James would share his story with most who would only believe him after watching his clips. Due to the high possibility of jumping into moving trains and getting trapped in between, it's an act most are afraid of doing and at the same time entertaining. Sadly, his existence would come to an end on November 8th of 2017 in a tragic train accident in Baltimore. He drew his final breath faster than anyone could save him. His passing never went public due to family demands, making it hard to pin down what exactly transpired to the family man. Close sources claim that either he fell off the train track or his bag got caught on the train while hopping off. The only YouTuber with a colder ending is Thor, the Norwegian YouTuber who would do crazy stunts on thin ice. He would dive half naked in freezing water while drunk for long durations. He always took it a step further with new videos and seemed to have always been drunk. In his journey to reach a wider audience, he would include unsafe alcohol consumption, specifically the brand vodka. He was literally walking on thin ice while drinking engine oil, longing for the day the ice would break. Just a few days after his 57th birthday and a video titled "I'm Not Dead," he would fall into thin ice while shooting a video. Unlike his past situation, the surrounding ice was just too thin for him to get a grasp of as it broke during every attempt. After a while, he was picked by a group of divers long past saving. On June 26 of 2017, a young Pedro Ruiz will fall victim to his own instructions.
I'm not into doing all the by the law. I mean, I will if I have to, but my thing is crazy. I'm borderline crazy. I just love the adrenaline, the pumping, the near-death experiences every time I do something. And with this being my first video, I hope I capture all my audience like that.
In the quest for a perfect shot, he had previously done all sorts of stunts, all of which were risky before he finally settled down for a crazy idea.
The point of this video is I really just want to see if a .50 caliber bullet can go through a book. I'm just not going to just set it and just shoot it. No, I'm going to stand behind it, and Mona Lisa is going to shoot it. hoping she hits the book and not me.
Ruiz would convince his long-term girlfriend Mona Lisa into shooting at him at close range. What they wished to be their most popular video would unfortunately be their last.
On June 26th last year, she says she finally gave in. Perez told investigators that Pedro Ruiz had showed her a book before where a bullet didn't fully pierce a hardcover book. A transcript of the audio reveals her hesitation. "Babe, I'm not doing this. I can't. If I kill you, what's going to happen to my life? Like, no, this isn't okay. As long as you hit the book, you'll be fine," Ruiz says. These pictures show she did, standing an arm's length away. A young man craving fame who got it for all the wrong reasons.
The bullets not only penetrate the book but also his chest. The 50 caliber handgun would unalive the 22-year-old on the spot, forcing Mona Lisa to call the police.
For her part, Perez received a 90-day jail sentence. She'll serve 90 more days at home in confinement. Perez will also not be allowed to profit from the video, and she is permanently banned, Amelia, from owning a firearm.
She was charged with second-degree murder and sentenced to 6 months in prison. Not taking into account the range of shoot, he would pay the price with his life. Losing his life in a slightly identical way is Tanner Cook, the prankster who got shot while on action.
At one point, the 31-year-old Coley shoves the phone out of his face. But the prankster, 21-year-old Tanner Cook, is unrelenting.
Stop.
But the prankster never expected this reaction.
A Virginia man who pranks people for YouTube videos was shot while tricking someone in a mall. Good.
At the end of the day, you know, we respect what the jury says. And my family and I are just grateful and thankful that I have my son here. And nothing else matters right now. And that's it. I want to thank the prosecutors, the Commonwealth prosecutors, Ms. Jones and Eden Holmes. They did an outstanding job presenting this case, and we couldn't have had it any better. And regardless of the outcome, you know, the jury's the jury, and we totally respect how our law plays out, and this was the outcome today, and we respect that.
Yeah.
Let's go. Just real quick, Tanner, you said you wanted to, what's your message to the people who might have a question about your content itself?
I don't know. Guess we'll just have to keep watching.
So you'll continue to make videos?
Yeah, probably. We'll see, you know?
How disappointed are you about this?
I really don't care. I mean, it is what it is. It's God's plan at the end of the day, so.
Absolutely that he was guilty. The 20-second video shows that in no way was his life on the line, and he did not need to have deadly force.
Not guilty of aggravated malicious wounding and the use of firearm for aggravated malicious wounding. What they did find him guilty for is the unlawful discharge of a firearm in a dwelling.